Hey everybody, this is Sarah. So I'm sitting out in my backyard and I've been working on getting our camping gear ready because we've got some camping trips planned for this spring. We do a lot of car camping. We didn't really get a chance to camp last year and that's pretty disappointing. So I want to go through everything and make sure that it's all good. And I'll probably set up the tent and just like check seams, all that kind of stuff before we get going. All right, so this is our camping tote. So like I mentioned, we are car campers, although my daughter really wants to try backpacking. And I would like to as well. We just don't have the gear yet. And it seems a little daunting to make the transition from car camping to backpacking, but maybe we'll get there at some point. So we kind of collect different stickers and we just decorate this Rubbermaid tote with all the different places we've been and various outdoor stickers. But I just keep like our basics in here. So like our camping stove, some pots, some camping cookware, very important, the marshmallow roasters, an egg holder. This is really handy when you've got kids coming in and out of the tent, a little broom and dustpan to help sweep them away. So in this little bag I just keep some bug spray, some plastic bags, a little mini cutting board, some various cookware, fire starter, just little things you might need for your camp kitchen, and this works pretty well for us to have it all in here. So as we get closer to going on the trip, there's things I have to add, like our lanterns and headlamps and things like that that have to be charged right before we go. But I find that just keeping all your camping stuff in a tote like this is a really good way to keep it organized and not lose track of everything, and it works pretty well for us. But I'm going to answer the questions that you left for me on one of my previous videos where I reached out to my viewers and said, let me know what questions you have and I'll try to answer them. Okay, so Ron and Jodi, they're from the Just Rambling Around channel. They show a lot of their adventures when they travel with their RV. So they wanted to know what the family and I are going to be doing this spring and summer. So as far as like big trips, we have a spring break cruise that we're going on where we're going to go to the Bahamas. Got a couple fun excursions, like a beach day where we're going to snorkel, then we're going to kayak through a mangrove national park there, so we're really looking forward to that. And it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going with my sister's family and then also family friends. And then in terms of like hiking, camping, Pennsylvania content, we've got a bunch of trips planned to various places in Pennsylvania. The one I'm super excited about is seeing the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go and I've seen it in other videos. So I'm really excited to bring that to all of you. And Yasmin from Yasmin's Hiking Mission. So she posts a lot of just beautiful content from the UK, different hikes and different adventures she goes on. So she asked me, what has been our favorite family hike to go on? So I think one of our favorite family hikes is just like a local hike. So it's a Natural Lands Trust has a Hill to Sea preserve, and we've probably hiked this trail, the trails there, like, oh my gosh, maybe 100 times. Like, it was the place that we started taking our kids when they were really little, and we still go there. Just a week ago we hiked there with my sister and her kids. So I think that's my favorite trail just because it's local to us and it's somewhere that we've gone so many times, and it's a place that like we just know so well. And sometimes those places that you can get to really easy end up becoming your favorite trails. So another question that she asked was, are there any favorite things you like to see when out on the trail? So for me, recently I've been really into bird watching and like looking for wildlife. So if I see any wildlife when we're out on a hike, that's super exciting for me. And I like to take photographs of all the different wildlife. So that's definitely my favorite thing to see on the trail. And then another type of hike that I just love is a waterfall hike. Any hike to a waterfall or even to like a lake or a hike along a stream or a creek, they're definitely some of my favorites where you hear those water sounds. I find those kind of hikes very relaxing. All right, and then the next question is from Mike from the Out on Trail channel. Mike posts a lot of great different hikes. He hikes the Ice Age Trail and a lot of stuff with his dog Raven, so that's another great channel. So he wanted to know, do I find that I enjoy hiking trails differently or notice different types of things once I've started making YouTube videos? So I think this is making YouTube videos has changed the way I hike. Before maybe it was more about like just be like, oh, let's get this hike done, let's, you know, go down the trail. But now with YouTube, I find that I'm like stopping, like, oh, look at this mushroom, and look at this tree, and pointing out more unique features along the trail. So I think filming has helped me kind of slow down and enjoy the little moments and all those little cool things about nature along the trail. Okay, so the next question is from Darcy, from Darcy's Hiking Diaries. So Darcy lives in Pennsylvania and she posts hiking content, another great channel, and she wanted to know what got us into hiking and when did I start doing it regularly. So believe it or not, as a kid, we really didn't hike, but what we did have is both the houses that I grew up in from when I was really young and then when I was a teenager when we moved, they both had parks behind them. So like as kids, we just spent so much time just like playing in the creek, playing in the woods, being outside. And I think for me, that helped me love being outdoors. And then when I got to college, friends started like taking me on hikes, and my husband and I decided like, oh, let's go camping, because it was something that we could afford and pretty like budget friendly for broke college students. So that's when I really started getting into hiking and camping and the outdoors even more, even though I basically spent my childhood outside. But that was when I started most of my formal hiking, and I just love it. So as my kids grew up, we started getting them into hiking just because it was something that my husband and I both love. So they came along on the hikes with us, and just something we've been doing ever since. Okay, so the next question is from Donna, from Donna's Adventures. Donna posts just gorgeous nature content and wildlife from Canada, so you should really check out her channel. And she wanted to know, what was our most memorable hike? So for me, the most memorable hike we ever did was we went to Glacier National Park and we visited Waterton Lakes, which is the Canadian, I guess, sister park to Glacier. And while we were there, we did this hike, my kids and I and our extended family that were with us, and we did this hike called Crip Lake. And it was really memorable because you had to take a boat to start the hike. And then there was a lot of elevation change, and you had to actually go through a cave at one point. And they have like I guess the ropes or the cables to hold on to as you go up the side of like the mountain, and then it ends at this beautiful glacial lake. It was just really, really a cool hike, and I felt very accomplished by the time we were done that hike. And the views on the hike were just like nothing we've ever done before. So that stands out in my memory as a very memorable hike. And my kids were like so thrilled that they completed it. They sold these t-shirts that said like, I survived Crip Lake. And it had a picture of like the ladder you climb and the tunnel you went through. And it was really fun. So, all right, so thanks for submitting your questions. I really enjoyed thinking about the answers to all these, and I appreciate that you took the time to leave them for me. It's really great. A really great thing about YouTube is the community and all the people I've met and all the different beautiful places in the world I get to see through your videos. So thanks for being a part of my channel page, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.